Do you own an E39 with shaky brakes? These things are notorious for it. They're a fast car, and even though they have a fairly big brake system onto them, it's still not quite good enough if you drive them hard. So I ordered a complete set of Hart Performance brakes. This whole kit, sensors included, was only like 400 Canadian. So with the vents and the cross drills, side matters. This will be the driver's side, that'll be the passenger side, and then we have the rears there, which that one will be the driver's side, and this one will be the passenger side. So great deal for the brakes, and honestly the quality, I don't want to say nothing until I run them, but they look just like the Zimmerman rotors that I put on the M5 2 years ago. So, and I mean, let's face it, the cost, this rotor at BMW in Canada is $160. So for the price of like 2 front rotors, you can buy the whole kit and caboodle from Hart. So not too bad of a job. I've already got it tore apart, as you can see, but we'll go through the steps. First thing you want to do is get your brake sensor wire off without damaging anything. The kit did come with new sensors, but I'm not going to use them until I have to. And there's the little clip, so don't lose that when it comes apart off the brake pad. After you get that off and out of your way, unclip it from the bleeder, set it back out of the way, and then you want to get an Allen key out, which I believe these were a 7. Yeah, so we've got a 7 for the 2 sliders. And you want a flathead, or sorry, a flat bar. Stick it in between the rotor and the caliper, pry it, and then you won't need a C-clip. Lift it off, extract your brake pads. Then you're going to get out an 18 mil from the back side of the caliper carrier, and you're going to unbolt that. Simple 2 bolts, not too difficult, and that'll be that. So we're to the point, we're ready to install new parts. Once this comes off, sorry I skipped one step, once this comes off, then you got to get this little guy, which is a 6 mil, which holds the rotor to the hub. You recommend giving them a pretty good bump with a hammer before you try turning them. And of course, don't forget the lovely brake clip. I usually just pop it off with the pry bar, but when you go to put it back on, they can sometimes take a bit of pressure to get them on there. But yeah, we're ready for this front rotor. And I'll get this on here, and then I'll get the pads and stick it together here, and we'll show you how it looks. Alright, so I always recommend lubing everything when you're putting it back together. I like to use this Castrol chain lube. As long as you use something, it's fine. So I always lube this and your 2 fasteners for your caliper carrier there. Long bolt in the bottom, short bolt in the top. So that's the first 3 bolts. That's what it looks like. The next thing I want to show you is these are low dust, low noised, pre-scorched, asbestos free, and factory fit. So let's just see here. That's a pretty good fit to me. I didn't even have to wrestle it at all. This one here goes in the back on your caliper with the sensor. So I'll get that geared up and show you what it looks like again. There's what it looks like all back together. These clips aren't too bad, you just got to push on them a bit. Brake pad sensor back on, everything tight, lubed and back together. And the last but not least, the dust caps. So that's that side complete. Be the exact same thing on the other side. And then the back is very similar as well, just I think different sizes. So we'll show you the back when we do that, but that's it for the front. Well, it's raining like crazy, so figured I'd pull this in the shop and finish this brake job up that I started the other day. So it's actually, I think 3 or 4 days ago I did the front ones. Everything is great, no shakes, nothing funny, everything is perfect. And I'm just getting the back ones together here now. And again, perfect fitment, no issues there whatsoever. Just to show you, oh, just beautiful. So obviously I gotta finish getting this back together, but for the back brakes it uses the same size 7mm for your sliders as the front. This is the same size as the front, which is a 6. The only thing that is different is the rear bolts on the bottom side down here are a bit difficult to get at, so I ended up using an extension to get the slider bolt out of the bottom, a 6-inch extension to get the ratchets back out of the way. And for the caliper carrier, it's a 16mm on the back, so that is a different size than the front. And I ended up using a wrench because, again, that bottom bolt is really tight to the H-arm on the bottom. So that being said, pretty simple installation, pretty simple job. We got our brake pad wire off there, so make sure you don't break that when you take it off. And if you buy these brakes, you really don't got to worry about it because they come with all new sensors if you do happen to break them, but mine work, so I'm just going to leave them. So yeah, for what these cost, I'm pretty happy with them, and they seem to be good quality, so what more can I say? Definitely better than the old shaky ones that were onto it.